All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to war number 8 of season 26. So in this war, we had the lucky fortune of facing New Nation. Last season, we tied them 5-5. It was actually one of our better wars, but hopefully we can do a little better than that this time around. So I am on path 1, which is same as last war, and then path 5. So I just have those 4 fights. All like XL defenders, I believe. So the first fight is this Moleman. I took this fight last war as well. This time I don't have suicides, so better masteries. I put on that 12% boost stupidly, forgetting that it doesn't apply against tech champions. I wasn't too worried about this Moleman fight. It was really the next fight after the Sentinel that I was kind of worried about. So this Moleman I've taken before, and he doesn't hit particularly hard unless he's in a frenzy anyway. So wasn't particularly worried about this fight. So there, throw the SB2. Unfortunately, he does trigger protect halfway through, which will lessen the damage on the rest of the hits, but that's okay. When you got the concussion, you also have a chance to have him not activate his arc overload. You can see he didn't activate the armor, but he did activate the here the regen, which is kind of annoying. And here I went for a medium heavy. Just completely idiotic. They're obviously going to run 5 out of 5 limber. You're never going to get off a medium and a heavy. So what I was thinking there, nobody will ever know, and neither will I. So there, had the concussion again, but unfortunately he still got the regen. So he throws the special one. Luckily his SP1 animation takes an eternity. So he's almost dead there. That was kind of weird because it wasn't the first light didn't trigger the stun. It was like the second light, and that kind of threw me off, so I backed off. And he went unstoppable. But yeah, pretty straightforward fight. No big deal. So this next fight, this was a Sentinel. So originally, I was assigned obviously to use King Groot here, but I said I think I'll be fine with Apocalypse. I'll just bring the Apocalypse synergy, the cable, so that he starts with 4 genetic code. I know everyone is sad not to see the King Groot action. I do apologize for that, but hopefully, he'll get to make an appearance soon. So I did duel to kind of get some practice for this fight, to try to not have him gain a ton of analysis. And it went pretty well. However, my dueling revolved around the fact that I could parry, back off, and then at some point he would throw a special one. However, during the fight, that's never actually happened. He just wouldn't throw it. So you can see he still doesn't have any analysis 30 seconds in, so there was the first one. Yeah, he just wouldn't throw it. And I think eventually I just said, well, I don't want to go to 3 bars. I mean, wouldn't be the end of the world, but I kind of like throwing the SB2s because they look really cool. So then he does throw the SB2, so that was good. But unfortunately, he does have 24 analysis, which is not terrible, but I did throw the heavy to refresh. Obviously, he's bleed immune, but I did want to refresh the degen. It is ticking for 292, which is, not a ton, but it's not nothing either. So through another SB2. He's got 64 charges, but he throws the special right away, which is nice. So yeah, pretty much at this point I'm not too worried. Even if he got to 100 at this point, I could just have him throw special ones and it would heal me. So I get to 1 bar of power, throw off the SB1 and kill him. So it took about a minute and a half. Not bad. Definitely, totally fine for this matchup. I assume he'd be fine even if he didn't have the 4 genetic code. Even with 3, it would. Well, I guess he would only have 2. Even with 2, I'm sure he'd be okay. So then we got path 5. So this first fight is Thing on Ebb and Flow Intercept. I have my new rank 3 Falcon. So pretty excited to get to try him out in war. So basically want to get locked on. So he backs off. Right there, I get the locked on. And then you're pretty much just good to go. So I tried to do a light intercept. He did not fall for it. Then he got weird. but I baited him into an intercept pretty beautifully there. So that was fantastic play. And then, yeah, you can see a lot of crits. Mine is, I think, 640 or even 660. I've pulled him a few times now after duping him. So there, the locked on does expire, but not a big deal. He's already down to 38%. I'm still basically at full health. I'm not too worried about triggering a few of his, you know, rock stacks. Doesn't matter. So there I get locked on, and there I'm slow, I guess, and throw the special into his block, which is quite annoying. That might have killed him. You can also see the protection never came back, the ebb and flow intercept. It's kind of similar to Quake, where once you shut it off, as long as it comes back during the locked on, it just won't come back. So really good matchup there. I was pretty happy with how that fight went, except for the slight slow delay on that heavy counter, which prevented me from landing that SP2, but no big deal. So last fight, got this Hulkbuster. I was a little worried about this fight because of redoubled determination. If he got stingy, he could possibly get to 3 bars of power. Even though I was going to make sure not to bleed him. I threw on all those skill boosts. They did absolutely nothing because I didn't even land the land the special, so that was kind of lame. Also, they were completely unnecessary. So I was a little worried for this fight. That's why I put on that that boost. But there I land a nice intercept. His damage is still pretty pitiful, even with the Fury. I mean, those 1500 on the mediums, kind of lame. But obviously his damage comes from his specials, so yeah, tried to get an intercept there, didn't get one. There, he threw a random heavy. So I think here, oh yeah, I was trying to hit into his block and he just happened to dash in. So that was not an intentional intercept, that was just lucky. So eventually I just gave up on baiting the special 1. Threw the special 2. Then he threw his. It actually took quite a bit of damage through block. I didn't even realize that. Got another sweet intercept there. So the fight's pretty much well in hand at this point. I do want to bait some special ones to get some healing. I think the concussion is actually going to fail the armor break sometimes. So it's got a 35% chance to fail the armor break. So I do remember at one point it did fail. But his armor break is super long, so it's just a ton of free healing. He was being pretty stingy with his special ones, which is kind of annoying, but no big deal. He does get a nice light intercept there before I throw the SB2. So the intercept game definitely on point this war, so pretty cool. And yeah, he's almost dead. He's got 11%. So again, that was the second light hit that triggered the stun. I don't know why that's happening. But yeah, there the armor break failed because of the concussion, but land another intercept and then throw the SP1 and he's dead. A really stylish finish. Overall, really happy with how these fights went. Only 4 fights, but they all went super well, and pretty much everything went according to plan, except for that missed special against Thing. So at the moment, we are down 4-3 to New Nation. We did win our battle group. We had 1 death, so it looks like we are back on track. Our battle group won 2-1, but overall, like I said, we are currently down 1. Hopefully, we can come back and win. It'd be pretty awesome to beat those guys. But yeah, that should do it for this video. Thanks to everyone for watching, and I'll see you for war number 9.